he went off about MAGA again.
Yeah. MAGA King.
Yes,
King
he
MAGA.
referred to former President Trump as the Ultra-MAGA King. He's been decrying Ultra-MAGA Republicans and saying he's going to be doing it more. But Hillary Clinton expressed some regret not too long ago for referring to Trump voters as deplorables who couldn't be redeemed. And considering that Trump got 74 million votes in the last election, I'm just wondering if this is the best strategy for Biden to win over support ahead of the midterms, especially given his inaugural theme being America United.
We're still on this when it comes to Joe Biden uniting the country. Well, in this particular instance, he pushes back every once in a while. In this instance, he did call Donald Trump the MAGA King, and he meant it as a negative feeling. But of course, the MAGA King and the maggots themselves take it as a rallying cry. Which just like they took the deplorable line as a rallying cry, which she referenced there in that question to Jen Psaki. Now, jumping straight into it, because Donald Trump did take to his, which one of these random accounts was this? His Truther account. And he posted this meme because he's the MAGA King, let's embrace it. Let's keep it real. Donald Trump did not create nor post that because he doesn't know what any of those things are. But he did put it up there because he is the MAGA King and it's taken as a positive thing. Ben Shapiro also tweeted about it and talked about how bad Joe Biden and the administration is at these types of things. And he tweeted, Joe Biden is even worse at branding than he is at presidenting. Here are some of Biden's attempts at branding. Here's this list: Build Back Better, Putin's price hike, Ultra-MAGA, Great MAGA King. The only surprise is that Joe Biden is not responsible for New Coke. I don't remember. I don't remember New Coke. Is that also?
That's from like
Crystal Pepsi
ago.
from '92.
Yeah.
Continuing on. So as the White House press hearing did continue on, they kept asking her over and over again, MAGA King, MAGA King, MAGA King. How about MAGA King? MAGA King. You have a problem with MAGA King? So if anything, it's caused them to keep talking about it. Let's watch another one of those moments.
Topic of Ultra-MAGA. Now, you saw Representative Lee Stefanik saying, I'm Ultra-MAGA and I'm proud of it. Former Trump super PAC blasted out a t-shirt of him as an Ultra-MAGA Superman. He, on his own Twitter alternative platform, released a meme of him as the Ultra-MAGA King. I guess I'm curious what the administration makes of Republicans and the former president sort of co-opting this and elevating what President Biden clearly intended as a pejorative.
Well, I think if that means that the individuals you mentioned are embracing their opposition to a woman's right to make choices about her own health care, if they're embracing a plan that will raise taxes on 75 million Americans, if they're embracing the importance of fighting Mickey Mouse over virtually any other issue, I guess that's their platform. Good for them. We're happy to have a debate about that. Go ahead.
They're obsessed with the MAGA King. It happened again. Watch this one.
The president has talked of what he thinks the Republican Party now stands for. He's also, thrown out some tough language, saying they were petty and mean-spirited and cowering to former President Trump. Does he? But he's also said he's been surprised by that. Does he still feel like the fever will break in Washington?
Well, that certainly is hope.
That certainly is hope. Now, by the way, this is one question that doesn't get asked of Republican presidents or press secretaries, because when Trump was in office, how often did he talk garbage about his political opponents or Democratic voters in general? Or when another politician, I forget who, said Elizabeth Warren, yet she persisted. And it became a rallying cry amongst many women, like, yep, yet she persisted. How many reporters in the White House press secretary booth or whoever that politician was that then called her out for that, then asked her every time since, do you regret saying that yet she persisted? Because it's become a rallying cry amongst Democratic voters. They like when you said yet she persisted. What are you doing as far as unifying this country? Why can't you get a better message when it comes to talking about women? You're trying to degrade them. In reality, they formed a rallying cry around it. When were those questions ever going to be asked? They're not, because there's an assist that comes with pushing Republican talking points as the rule among political discourse.
Yeah, I would say that when Republicans attack women or the LGBT community or people of color, immigrants, Democrats, poor people, that's okay because they never said that they would try to unify the country. And yet when Joe Biden offers the apparently very insulting phrase of MAGA King, well, because he promised to unite the country, well, then we need Fox News coming in, riding in like a white knight, demanding to know whether that's gonna alienate people. So apparently, if you say that you wanna help and then offer even the most tepid criticism, then you're a liar and you're tearing the country apart. But if you actually lie and tear the country apart, so long as you didn't promise to unite people, then you're totally in the clear because at least you didn't misrepresent yourself.
So there's two different issues here. One is the press reaction, which is maddening, right? So to what JR and Brian said, when Republicans do vicious things, they never say, hey, but wait, Biden got 81 million votes. Are you insulting the 81 million people that voted for Biden? That question has never been asked of a single Republican. But whenever anybody says something about the Republicans, they're like, oh, 74 million people voted for Trump. Are you insulting on 74 million real Americans? And they think it's normal. They think, but how about the other 81 million? Don't care, they're not important. They rip Biden's face off on a regular basis. Guys, this is an actual number. I know it's stunning, I know it's hard to believe, but 52% of Republicans say that the Democratic Party is led by satanic pedophiles. I'm not joking and I'm not exaggerating. A majority of Republicans believe Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, etc. are pedophiles and they lead a pedophile ring on behalf of Satan. And we're worried about hurting their feelings? Are you guys, like, honestly, press corps, how nuts do you have to be to say it's Biden's fault that the country's not coming together? The other side says that we're with Satan. Are you insane? Okay, so that's the press corps. Now the second part is about Biden. Do you guys know why he keeps saying Ultra-MAGA, Great MAGA King, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA? Because he doesn't want to criticize Republicans. His whole shtick for his whole life is, I love Republicans. I'll give Republicans whatever they want. I'm Mr. Bipartisan. I love doing deals with Republicans. And even as the Republicans are slapping him across the face, his old friend Lindsey Graham was on TV just last night on Fox News saying Biden's a disaster. I'm sorry I ever complimented him in any way. Biden is terrible, right? And Biden's like, I don't want to say Republican. The Republicans are good people. Republicans are so great. But MAGA, I heard they're a tiny splinter group, but I can attack them. Joe, they're not a tiny splinter group. The entire Republican Party is MAGA. I know, like, you think it's the 1990s, but it isn't. They're all MAGA. And the idea, like, and you're so clueless, you don't know that they're gonna love Great MAGA King. If I was one of the president's advisors, I would have tackled him before I allowed him to say that. I'm like, of course, they're literally gonna posterize you. And the idea of a king, maybe that sounds offensive to you. For authoritarian right-wingers, they're like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. We get rid of democracy and we have a king and it's the Great MAGA King. You didn't know that? It's just, hit him already. But nope, oh, I tweaked him on MAGA. And why does Biden get scared? Because of the press corps. The press corps goes around, oh, you insulted Republicans. How could you do that? The first person was Fox News. The other three were not Fox News. They were Washington Post and others, all quadrupling down on Democrats better never fight Republicans. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.